Welcome to What's Math. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. This video will focus on factoring quadratics when a is equal to 1 and you have a positive c. Remember, a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. Step 1. Find the two factors of c that sums to b, the absolute value of b. Remember, absolute value is the distance away from 0. So technically speaking, you should be viewing the numbers as always being positive in your mind, because the only time distance is negative is below sea level. Step 2. Your answer should be in the form of x plus or minus factor 1 times x plus or minus factor 2. Int. Since c is positive, both factors will take the sign of b. And you may be wondering why. A positive times a positive is equal to positive, and negative times a negative is equal to positive. So in both situations, it took the same sign to produce a positive. Example, factor x squared plus 18x plus 32. This is one of the few situations where we read backwards. So it basically gives away itself. It's asking you, tell me two numbers that multiply to give me 32, but when I add them, I get 18. You notice I didn't care about the sign on the 18. So let's repeat that. Two numbers that multiply to give you 32, but when you add them, you get 18. And those two numbers are 16 and 2. 16 times 2 is equal to 32. 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. We're going to open two parentheses. We're going to place the x in the beginning of the parentheses, and we're going to put the factors in the back of the parentheses. We just have to figure out the signs that go in between inside each parentheses. But both are positive because it was a positive 18. Remember, both of them take the sign of b. And if you double check, 2 plus 16 equals to 18. Positive 2 times positive 16 is positive 32. So that means it did it correctly. And that would be your final answer. It doesn't matter which parentheses come first. Why? 5 times 2 is equal to 10, and 2 times 5 equals to 10. So that means x plus 16 times x plus 2 is also correct. Example. Factor x squared minus 11x plus 28. Once again, we're going to read backwards. Two numbers that multiply to give me 28, but when I add them, I get 11. Notice I didn't read the sign on 11, so let's repeat. Two numbers that multiply to give you 28, but when you add them, you get 11. And those two numbers are 7 and 4. 7 times 4 is equal to 28, and 7 plus 4 is equal to 11. Then you're going to open your two parentheses, and we're going to put the x to the front and the factors to the back. We just have to figure out the sign that goes in between them, and we're going to look at the b. In this case is negative 11, so therefore both are negative because it was a negative 11. And we can double check. Negative 4 minus 7 is equal to negative 11. Negative 4 times negative 7 is equal to positive 28. And once again, it doesn't matter which parentheses come first. So therefore, x minus 7 times x minus 4 is also correct. Let's go ahead and check for understanding. Factor x squared minus 8x plus 15. Solution. Factor x squared minus 8x plus 15. I want to know what two numbers that multiply to give me 15, but when I add them, I get 8. And those two numbers was 5 and 3. So 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. You open your parentheses, the x goes to the front, and the factors goes to the back of the parentheses. We just have to figure out the sign that goes in between. We're going to look at the b. It's a negative 8. So therefore, both are negative because it was a negative 8. And that was the final answer. Remember, it doesn't matter which parentheses come first. Why? Because 5 times 2 is equal to 10 and 2 times 5 is equal to 10. So therefore, x minus 5 times x minus 3 is also correct. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the little bell for further notification. Like and share my videos. If you like what you saw in my video, please buy me a cup of coffee. It's not mandatory. Thank you in advance.